Friends, today I'm bringing out one more video on business series. This third video talks about 50-20-30 rule in personal finance. You might be wondering why personal finance in business series. Please remember, if a businessman can manage his personal finance properly, he can focus on business and manage the entire business effectively. Otherwise, when his personal finance is in crunch, he will be off focused on the business and may have the loss in the business. So let's understand what is the importance of personal finance in business, and second, what is 50-20-30 rule in personal finance. As usual, before starting the video, I have a request. If you are not subscribed to my channel, request you to click on the subscribe button below and also the bell icon to get the notification on all my videos as and when it is released. So let's move forward. First, we need to understand what is personal finance. Always, the household budget is one of the key challenges faced by an average Indian family. Be it businessman or a normal salaried person, anyone, the managing the family budget, it's always very challenging. Budgeting always challenging task with a three-way pull between the necessities, luxuries or wants and investing for financial security. You need to manage your regular expenses, that is a necessity. You need to invest for the future financial security, that is also a necessity. And you need to invest on luxuries because your neighborhood, your community enjoys and your children also wants to have that enjoyment. So let's understand what is managing personal finance. Managing personal finance is understanding your money, how much you are getting, how much you need to save, and how much you need to invest for future retirement planning, everything. It encompasses, it includes the budgeting. Budgeting means if you are having 50,000 as a salary, you cannot spend 75,000, or you cannot spend only 10,000 and invest the entire 40,000 without having the luxuries of life. So always plan the spending. If you do not plan the spending, you may be overspending. That means in your 50,000, you will be spending all the 50, and for urgent needs, then you might need to go for the loans. And every month, if it becomes a practice, then you will be a debt person. You may be leading with the bad debts. So the budgeting is prime importance. The next one is insurance. To ensure the safety of your family, you need to insure your life. You need to invest some amount on insurance, and even if something happens to you, your family should not have that jerk of your loss. So always invest properly on insurance. But remember, insurance is not an investment. Insurance is always an insurance. So go for term insurance where you will be investing very little, and if something happens, your family gets a bigger amount, higher amount. Normally, people think insurance is for investment. No, insurance is always for insurance, and investment you'll have other good options where you will get more returns as an investor. Then think of mortgages, whatever loans you have, think of clearing it as early as possible because you will be paying higher rate of interest to the banks or the loan providers, which will be limiting your spending money available. Next, always plan for investments. Investments required for a person's life. It plays an important role in personal finance. You cannot spend everything today and tomorrow when there is no earning, you cannot live a beggar's life. So always be prepared for any uncertainties. So plan and invest properly. Next comes the tax planning. As an responsible citizen, you have to pay the tax. A person should not think of avoiding the tax. As a responsible person, you should pay the tax properly. That does not mean that you should pay the entire income as an tax. Instead, plan the tax properly. Wherever possible, use the investment opportunities, tax saving opportunities, and reduce the tax. Reduce the tax does not mean avoid the tax. You should be a responsible taxpayer. Finally, plan the retirement properly. When you retire, your earnings suddenly stops. By that time, how you will live? Whether you want to be a burden on your family members or you want to have the great life continued. So always plan properly. While budgeting, you should plan your financial goals. Your financial goals should always be smart. Smart means it should be specific for the purpose, then measurable, how much is required to be invested for what purpose. It should be attainable with your minimum salary or earnings. You should be able to at, achieve that investment or plannings or goals. Then it should be relevant to your life. And finally, time based. You should have the proper planning for financial goals. Divide your financial goals into three groups: short term for immediate requirement, medium term for an year or within 5 years, what all things to be done, and long term for your retirement planning and after. So for short term, you can go for bank FDs or other investments, shorter investment plans where you will get a good return. Medium terms, you can go for any mutual funds or stock markets, but while investing in stock market, be a responsible thinker. Never go for uncertain investments, uncertain gambling. And long term, always invest in provident fund, public provident fund, or any other long term investments. This will help you ensure your retirement planning a successful life. Then finally, the six personal finance strategies. Always have great finance strategies for your life. So strategy includes the first step: determine your current financial position. How much I am earning and how much I am spending, how much I am at present investing, everything. Develop your financial goals. What I need to be after in short term, how much I should attain, medium term, how much I should attain, and long term, what should be the savings or investments or even the purchases I should do. Identify alternative courses of action. If I don't do this, what will be the available best alternate courses of action? Can I invest on mutual funds instead of insurance investments? Evaluate the alternatives. Always evaluate the best alternative, because I have seen many people going for insurance as an investment. Never go for insurance as an investment. Go for insurance as an insurance and go for any other mutual fund or bank FD or any other things as an investment. Assess the risk and time value of money. Always risk and time value of money is important. Risk, that means never invest on some investments where you think you are getting huge returns. Always think if he is assuring you to give the huge returns, how he will get that amount to give you as a return. For example, in market, normal returns is 5 to 6%. The better ones are 8 to 10%, and higher ones in mutual funds or any other stock market, you can go up to 13-14%. So if somebody offers you 20% return or double the amount in 5 years or less, then think twice how he can give that returns within that short span of time and time value of money. If you are investing in some investment, what is the duration of that, and is it comparatively beneficial with other investments? So assess the risk and time value of money. Implement your financial plan. Most people, they plan the financial plan, they create the financial plans. Most people, they create the financial plans and it will be on paper only. Don't do that. Once you have confirmed about your financial plan, start implementing. Initially it might be little difficult, but after sometimes you will be able to achieve it. Finally, the review and revise. You should be able to review and revise your investment plan in every quarter or in every 6 months. If you find any lapses or any improvements can be made, change the financial strategy, revise the financial strategy. Now, let's understand what is that 50-20-30 rule. 50-20-30 rule always says if you are earning some amount, ensure that 50% is spent on necessities. Always, it should not cross above 50% for your essentials. That is housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, your children's education, everything together, it should not cross 50%. Next, 20% for future. Remember, you should always be investing minimum 20% for your future as savings and retirement planning. This will help you save your life in your retirement days or last days. Then the remaining 30% you can think of spending on lifestyle choices or enjoyment, fun, or anything. But what we do normally people does, normally people think of in their normal life, they always spend first whatever amount they have earned, they think of spending first, then invest the remaining. This is the wrong policy what people use. Instead, it should be unfollowed and follow the new policy. Invest first, then spend the remaining. When you invest first, you will not have control on that amount for spending, so that only the remaining you will spend. This will limit your spendings. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, click on the like button below. Also, if you think it is very interesting, share with your friends and family. Also, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I request you to click on subscribe button below and bell icon to get the YouTube notification for all the videos I release. Thanks. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, also watch other videos from my channel